Yo, what is up guys? I am back with another Chimps guide, and in today's video, we're going to be going ahead and we're going to be beating Town Center on Chimps, and we're going to be using Striker Jones in order to do that. I don't usually use Striker Jones, like, at all, so I'm kind of just incorporating him into this Chimp strategy as a little bit of a mix-up in case anyone likes to use Striker Jones. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to be starting with two Dart Monkeys, one right here, one right here. On these straight lines, make sure they line up pretty decently, and we're gonna go ahead and get them both up to quick shots. So that should win relatively easily. We really shouldn't have to worry about it that much, but we are gonna go ahead and get them both up to very quick shots next. That way they attack faster and they'll be more powerful, and it will actually make them strong enough for us to be able to save up for Striker Jones with relative ease, right? That's kind of the whole point. We don't want it to be sketchy or anything, so there we go. Very quick shots on both of them. Now we just save up for Striker Jones. And basically, guys, we're going to be kind of using Striker Jones' like strengths, but not a whole lot. So basically, we're going to be kind of getting like one bomb tower and like one mortar monkey, and that's going to be like pretty much it. We're not even going to use their abilities or anything like that. So we're just gonna kind of have to see exactly. I don't know how much he's actually gonna help, but we're gonna use him and we're gonna try and get him to work with the strategy. I mean, I know it works. So we're not really heavily relying on his abilities. It's kind of more of just use some towers that will be stronger because we're using him, and try and get them to work. So we're gonna go ahead and put down Striker Jones like right about here. Right inside of this little loop, I guess you could call it, or like kind of like a square. It's not completely finished. Basically, right inside of there. And now that we have Striker Jones, we want to buy triple shot up here. We're gonna go ahead and go for triple shot, and then we're gonna go for camo detection on this guy, and then we're also gonna go all the way up to crossbow on the other Dart Monkey to get some extra popping power as well as camo detection. And I mean, that's pretty solid, you know. We already have lead popping power plus camo popping power. Obviously, we don't have like camo leads or anything like that, but that's not till like around like 59. So like we're basically gonna be fine with that, right? So we're gonna go ahead and get this guy up to crossbow, and then after this, we're gonna buy a bomb shooter, which is gonna be pretty powerful. It's gonna be going down the bottom route with 2 to the top. And it's basically just going to be getting a lot of pops, mostly for like all the balloons rounds, like 63, 76, all those ones. It actually is really powerful. Plus, it's even going to get a buff from Striker Jones, and which just makes it even better. And this tower's already like really, really good, right? So we're going to go ahead and put this bomb shooter like right above the Dart Monkey. Make sure to leave a good bit of space above the bomb shooter, because we're going to place a ninja and a wizard there later on. But I mean, it's not really too difficult. You can fit them in there like relatively easily. So don't even worry about it too much. Just make sure not to put it like in the middle or anything like that. As long as you put it pretty much directly above the crossbow, you'll be perfectly fine. So we got heavy bombs. Now we're gonna get we're really just gonna go straight for 4 to the bottom, and it's gonna be pretty simple as that. We're not really gonna have any struggles up to this point. I mean, like I said, we have camo popping power on both of these guys, and now you have lead popping power on both of these guys. So we're pretty much going to be golden for a little while. We're going to get this guy up to cluster bombs, and we're going to go ahead and just save up real quick, guys, for a recursive cluster. Alright, guys, it is round 35, and we just got enough money to buy a recursive cluster. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy that. And now, I mean, this guy's going to get a lot more pops, because he basically just doubles the amount of bombs it shoots, which is kind of insane. I mean, not exactly. It usually like explodes into one set of cluster bombs, but now it basically does 2, which is kind of insane. So next, we're gonna go ahead and get on a wizard. We're gonna get him down just directly to the left of Striker Jones. It doesn't have to be too close, so you can even spread it out a little bit if you really want to. But just place him right to the left, and we're gonna get fireball, all of fire, and then we're gonna go ahead and go top route, get guided magic, arcane blast, and also arcane mastery. So he is 3-2-0. Just a bit of a recap real quick, guys. We got a 0-2-3 crossbow, a 2-0-4 bomb shooter, Striker Jones, 320 Wizard Monkey and 032 Dart Monkey. Just making sure that you guys have got all of that. And next, we're going to go ahead and go for a Ninja. Place him right above the Bomb Shooter. You're going to need to make sure you have a little bit of room above him as well, just for one more Wizard, but after that, we're really pretty much done with this area. We're into the middle, and we're going to target him on camos, and then we're going to go all the way up to like 4 to the top. I can't quite afford that, but we're going to be getting that really, really soon. Come on, just like $700 or more dollars. You can see we're even dealing with these rainbows pretty easily. Even the camos, not too bad, especially once the Ninja Monkey hits them, it reveals the camos, and everything else can then hit them, which is pretty awesome. Next, we'll just place our Wizard directly above our Ninja, and we will upgrade them 2 to the middle, and we're going to go all the way 4 to the bottom, so we can actually end up getting Necromancer, and you know me, guys, I love my Prince of Darknesses. They're just so, literally so OP. I literally use them all the time. They're probably one of my, the Prince of Darkness probably is my favorite, like, cheap tier 5 tower. Obviously, like, if it was, like, him versus Legend of the Night, I would take, like, Legend of the Night, right? Obviously, Legend of the Night would be better, but the price difference, like, the Prince of Darkness is a really good, cheap tier 5 that is just literally insane. So, it's definitely one of my favorite towers in the game. So, now that we have this guy, 024, we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to go straight for a Mortar Monkey. And this is going to be the only other monkey that is buffed by Striker Jones, really, that we put down. Just throw him down right here. I mean, realistically, it doesn't really matter because I don't think he has to be in the range of Striker Jones. We're going to do that anyway. We're going to set his target, like, right around the Wizard Monkey, the 320 Wizard Monkey, to be more specific, and Striker Jones. Just right around here, you can put it in the middle, you can put it on Striker Jones, on the Wizard Monkey. Whatever you guys want to do, just realistically, just relatively around here. So we're going to go and do that. And we're going to get 2 to the middle. And we're going to go ahead and go 3 to the top. We're going to go 4 to the top. And we're actually even going to go and save up for 5 to the top. Or what are we going to go all the way to the biggest one? Like, literally right now. So once we get the big one. Oh, actually. Okay, so we're going to get the big one. I did forget to buy Sharpshooter on the crossbow. I always forget that part. But realistically, the order does not matter. We can buy the big one first. And then we can buy Sharpshooter after, and we'll be perfectly fine. Not like we needed Sharpshooter, obviously, before this. So after we get Sharpshooter, though, we're going to go ahead and we're going to save straight up for the biggest one, which is going to be, it's going to take a good while. I think it's in around like 60s that we get it, maybe even 70 actually, I can't exactly remember. We're going to literally save straight up for this tier 5, and we shouldn't really have any troubles up until that point. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip to that part, guys, but just don't worry about it. Don't need to use any abilities or anything. Just save straight up for this biggest one, and we'll be chilling. Alright, guys, it's round 73, and I just got enough money to buy the biggest one. Well, not exactly just. I actually saved up like $2,000 more just to show you guys that like we even have extra time a little bit after. In fact, we're even going to be able to finish this round without even buying the biggest one. We're around 74 now, guys. But let's just go ahead and buy the upgrade. No point really to delay it anymore. We know it's fine. We don't want to push our luck too far, right? Go ahead and buy that upgrade, and it's going to be getting a lot of pops. I mean, you can see it already almost has more than this bomb shooter, and this bomb shooter has been down almost since the very, very beginning, guys, which is pretty insane. Doesn't have more than the wizard, because the wizard's kind of cracked, not going to lie. Especially for the price, it's actually really, really good, which is why I do use the wizard a lot as well. But, you know, it will probably pass up the wizard. We are actually going to go for the arcane spike right now. So with that upgrade, I'm not entirely sure how it'll compare, but we really do need this biggest one for its popping power with the Moabs. I mean, this guy gets some decent pops, you can see, but it's not really the same as like that, when it just jumps and pops, you know? It's just not really the same vibe, you know? So we definitely need the biggest one. But next, we're going to go ahead and buy Arcane Spike, like I said. And after Arcane Spike, we're going to go ahead and buy Crossbow Master. And then we're going to go straight for Prince of Darkness. So we're kind of slowing down a little bit. Basically just saving up for tier 5s at this point. And then after we get them both up to, those two up to tier 5, we're going to get, we're actually going to use abilities in this one. And I said that, I know I said that I didn't want to use any abilities in these videos, but I realized that, like, Chimps is tough. Chimps is really not, I'm not going to say it's easy, I'm not going to say it's insanely difficult, I'm not going to say it's easy, because it's definitely not, and, like, abilities just make it so much simpler, and honestly, it can, like, honestly be, like, easier to follow. Okay, we actually almost lost now, and that was kind of scary, but I mean, this guy, I mean, they can all clean up. Even this one hits over here, so we should be fine. And hopefully that doesn't cause any trouble for you guys. That was actually kind of closer than I expected. I'm not, though. We're chilling. But we are, yeah, like I said, we're going to be using abilities on this one, but it's only on round 100. We're going to buy 2 preemptive strikes, not right now, but in the future, after we get Crossbow Master and Prince of Darkness, we're going to buy 2 preemptive strikes. Sorry, my bad. First strike capabilities. So we're going to buy 2 of the tier 4s right here for the abilities. And on round 100, as soon as the bad win comes out, you just hit both of the abilities, and then you just wait, and it will be a bit closer. You could probably use the abilities again to make it even easier, but it will win on its own after just those 2. So I kind of basically decided, guys, that, like, I'm just going to try and use really easy to follow abilities. I don't want to use the abilities that are, like, use it on this round after these balloons come out, otherwise you'll lose. You know, because it's like, everyone wants to chill, and everyone that watches these videos wants to have an easy chimps, right? Don't really want to have any problems or anything. So you want it to be relatively simple and easy to follow, which is why I try and make these videos without abilities, and, like, using, like, the first 4 heroes, for instance. That way, like, anyone hasn't grinded out all the monkey money for a certain hero or something, you can still follow the guide, because, I mean, realistically, anyone who's playing chimps has probably at least gotten to level 28, right? Honestly, I don't know, like, how likely it is that you could get and try and beat a chimps map before even being level 28 to unlock the first 4, because, like, that's just not very likely, you know what I mean? Usually you gain XP pretty fast. But we're going to go ahead and buy Crossbow Master. This guy's going to really upgrade our popping power. You can see our Mortar Monkey did actually pass up our Wizard Monkey. Obviously, we spent more money on it, so if it didn't, I'd be a bit more worried. But you see, it's putting in some work. It's not necessarily the best tower in my opinion, but I think with Striker Jones, it actually does make it pretty dang good. So I think it really, really does make it worth it. And also, guys, if you ever want to just hit the Striker Jones ability, you totally can, because we're not going to use it at all. So, like, if you ever feel like, oh crap, this is kind of close, maybe around like 78, just hit that ability, and it'll be, like, even easier. You know what I mean? So just, if you guys ever feel like you need to hit that ability, just hit it. Don't worry about it. You're not going to need it for a certain round or anything. We're not going to use it at all. You can use it on the round 100 if you want. I mean, it doesn't hit the bad balloon, but you can use that ability on the all the zombies and stuff that come out. But yeah, guys, just go ahead and smack that ability whenever you feel like you need it. Maybe right here. Maybe you want to stun these balloons. Just hit the ability. I'm not going to do it, like I said, show that we can actually win. But you guys did notice, the reason this thing is so good is because it pierces, like, all of these mobs. Like, the amount of ZOMGs right there is kind of, like, insane. And, like, the fact that it can literally just hit all of them at the same time is why it's so powerful, in my opinion. Like, you see how it pops them all at the same time. Usually the towers will, like, as long as you don't have them on, like, weird targeting and stuff like that, it'll, like, target the front one, it'll pop that one, but then the next one will be, like, the same health, right? But the biggest one just hits all of them, so they're all getting hit for, like, the same amount of damage, which is actually super cool. At least I'm pretty sure it's the same amount. Maybe it splits between them, but I'm pretty sure it's the same amount because they all get popped pretty fast. And you'd think it would take a lot longer. Those DDTs got pretty close, but as soon as they were revealed by the Necromancer, it was just absolute clap. You know, it was easy. This is a lot of BFBs. But the biggest one is just, see, I mean, they are getting further over time, but the biggest one still easily pops them all pretty dang fast. So we're going to go ahead and, once we can, we're going to buy Prince of Darkness. And at that point, we are almost done. Like I said, we just need to buy the preemptive strikes that I was talking about. And so this defense should survive and beat all the way up to around 98, or 99, sorry. It will be all the way through 99 and 99. But it will not beat 100. Okay, so we're just going to use some abilities here. So we're gonna take a sub. It doesn't. The placement does not matter. Place it literally anywhere in this water, as long as you somehow don't make it so you can only fit one. Just make sure you can fit two of them. I guess I don't think it's possible to make it so you can only fit one. You can buy advanced intel, so it actually gets some pops and helps out. And then we're gonna go down the middle route, and we're gonna save straight up her first strike capability. And once we get this first one, you could use it before round 100. But I would not recommend it, just to make sure that you 100% will have it on round 100. Yeah, we should be pretty good. This guy's keeping up like a max graveyard, so 95 should be relatively easy. Like I said, once these DUTs come out, if you want to hit that Striker Jones ability, and you'll be chilling. You can see they're pretty much getting popped at the same spot, which is pretty simple, pretty casual, pretty easy, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna buy first strike capability, and then we're literally just gonna buy a second one. And like I said, we don't need to use the abilities yet. I would not recommend using them anytime close to around 100, because like you just don't want to risk not having on 100 and then losing like all your chimps progress, right? That would just really suck if you accidentally use it too soon. So I wouldn't use it at all, because this will beat it for sure. But we almost have enough for the next first strike, and I think we have a bit of money left over in the end as well. So if you guys wanted to put down like another bomb shooter or something, you can, but you don't need to. We're only like $8,000 away. You see, these guys are making it pretty far because they're reinforced, but then they just kind of pop, and the Prince of Darkness pretty much just cleans it up pretty easily. So we're showing. This round is pretty tough. I'm going to be real. It's not an easy round, but we should be able to deal with it pretty easily, like I said, because of the biggest one being able to deal all the damage to those OMGs. We should be able to deal with this. You can see they're making it pretty far, but with the Prince of Darkness and biggest one both doing it, it will be able to, alright, both really dealing damage. It can actually clean it up. So make sure to buy that second ability as soon as you possibly can, just to make sure 100% that you have it up for 100. Now, we're just going to hit the ability twice. 1, 2. And now we can literally just leave it. You can hit the Striker Jones ability. You can do anything else. But now, at this point, it will be a little bit close. Actually, no, this isn't even close. I thought it was closer. Not easy. But we're basically chilling. If you want, like I said, you can put down like a bomb tower or something. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm sorry about the abilities, but I feel like they're pretty easy to use, right? Like, those abilities are not that difficult to use. It's pretty simple. Just hit it twice right around 100, and then it just finishes up. 2 million pops. Pretty sick. My Monkey Star was the Mortar Monkey, so I guess that was a pretty good pick. So anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy, if you're able to find this guide helpful, hopefully you were able to beat chimps. Hopefully there's no RNG involved. I have run this multiple times and I haven't lost. So I want to say if you guys just get like super unlucky or something, hopefully it all went well for you guys. It should have. Anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.